Okay, everyone, this is Breezy Rich on a Breezy Rich experience, as if we could call it anything differently. Okay, so we are going to go live in a second. Hang on. Hey, everybody, this is Breezy Rich, and we are live on FBRN in Arlington, Texas. Today we have Dr. Dan Fleischman. Yes?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Close enough for government work.
Wonderful.
Fleischman, but hey, there you go.
Wonderful. He is the president and founder of the Ezekiel. Yes?
Ezekiel Center, yes.
Well, he's awesome. And he is the president and founder, which is pretty awesome. And he is located in Allen, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And we would love for people to call in today. And maybe there's something in your life that you keep on repeating over and over and over again. And you keep on having like a relationship where you find yourself with an alcoholic or an abusive partner over and over and over, or your children are not respecting you as they once have, or you're not respecting yourself as you would like to. So if there's anything in your life that you would like to improve, we ask that you call in. The phone number is 214-556-6239. You're going to get a very well-educated, well-spoken answers, and you're going to get me, which is, that's fun in itself. So I was thinking, Dr. Dan Fleischman.
Fleischman, where did that come from?
Is that not right?
No, Fleischman.
Fleischman.
Okay, Breezy Richie.
I just found out that he was. I just found out today that he was Jewish. He said that he had to go somewhere on Friday, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds like a really fun place." And it turns out it's church.
Temple. Yeah.
Oh, it's a temple. See,
Yeah,
I got that wrong too.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just not one for this. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is some topics that people would like to improve about themselves. Now, I personally go to a lot of networking groups,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really good at making people feel really comfortable and welcomed and just being part of the group. I can usually spot the person that's the most uncomfortable, and I go right to them and make them feel like they're part of the group.
Okay.
So, but there's other people that when they come to the group, they don't want to talk to anybody. They're very scared to actually just even talk to the leader of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was thinking maybe today we could talk about, how to make yourself more comfortable around more people.
Okay.
And so you can be
Terrific.
a better person, better business person, better parent. How do we give confidence to ourselves and to others?
Okay. Perfect. Well, just my little disclaimer I'm going to start off with is that any advice that I give is not meant or designed to replace any therapies or any sessions that you're currently undergoing. Or
You really got to say this?
You kind of do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just filter free.
I know.
Go ahead.
Okay. So that being said, I'm not interfering with anything that you guys are already doing. Take it for what you will.
I
Okay.
totally am. I'm totally gonna get in there and mess with your brain.
Well, then that's something that you're totally at choice with, and that's
so cool because you have to say that because you're an actual doctor. Where I'm just like, I can say I'm like Dr. Breezy Rich, and I'm here to mess with your brain. Okay, cool.
Is that like Dr. Pepper? Is that the kind of doctor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of love in you. I don't know. It's called the Breezy Rich Experience because it is a Breezy Rich experience. So thank you all for listening and joining us. Let's get into the real Ezekiel effect. We should
You're totally trying to rename the center.
Okay, so I practiced like 2 times on how to say it correctly. You want to tell everybody how to say it correctly?
It's the Ezekiel Center, and we teach the Ezekiel method.
Okay, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Ezekiel.
You kept saying effect. What's the effect is what you get after the technique, after you learn it and how it improves your life. That's the effect.
When you say that, I think of Rex and Effect.
Think of what?
It's like from 90s, 80s and 90s.
Is this a family show? Where are we going with this Rex and Effect?
You're the one that said, hey, we'll just go with it. Okay, see, we tried to be all serious in the beginning, but it just doesn't work. Okay,
Why would we try to do that?
I don't know. Let's just try to be ourselves. When we be ourselves,
We are
so much better.
Of course.
Right?
I am myself.
So let's look at the
I don't look
camera
anything
so
like you. Of course I'm myself.
Who do you think is better looking?
What the hell does that mean?
Just in case you don't know, the show is about absolutely nothing and everything. But
This isn't
I'm,
Seinfeld.
I'm such a good salesperson. I convinced a really well-known doctor. He's very popular in Allen, Texas, and he's even an author of a famous book. And I convinced him to come on a show so I could like promote him. And we're just talking about Rex and Effect.
Whatever that is, whoever that is.
I don't even know who they are. I think
I
that's the name of the band.
Oh, it's a band.
Is
Oh,
it?
I don't know. You're making this up on the fly. I have no clue.
If you're listening, congratulations. It probably means you don't have a job.
Oh, well, come on now. They have internet at the office. I mean, come on. Let's throw people. Yes.
Maybe they're in the bathroom watching us. They're in the bathroom.
Okay, now that's all kinds of.
No, they're taking a bathroom break, but they're actually watching a Breezy Rich.
I don't want to envision.
Oh, I got that wrong too. It's a Breezy Rich experience.
No, it's a Breezy Rich effect. There you go. Now we're on to something.
So what do you do to make people more happy? Like, how do you take somebody that's really sad and make them happy?
Well, the first you need to find out what are they sad about. And on the surface level, it might seem obvious, but then again, it might not seem obvious. See, if you're sad about something, that means that there's something in your life, obviously, you're not happy about. Well, what specifically are you not happy about within your life? What are the things in your life that could be improved? And do you feel that maybe on some level you feel powerless to improve something? And if you feel powerless to improve it, why do you feel powerless to improve it? See, what are the core feelings behind some of these things?
Right. So like when you're talking about,
you've got to start getting specific, because just to say you're unhappy about something,
I know it's totally going to rip on myself for that. Like I could be a little bit better with describing things a little bit better.
Everybody could.
I know. That's why I don't feel bad about saying it. You know what about the salvation thing is that what I really like about salvation and being religious and everything is that when we work on ourselves first, you know, because I talk to people a lot, counsel them, you know, I'm not a counselor, but I counsel people a lot. And one of the things is that they'll come to you with their problems about their spouse and their family members and things like that. But they're not in front of me. They're not willing to change. They're not willing to.
You have to be willing to change. Yeah.
But the people that are in front of you and they're saying, hey, I don't like this particular thing. And well, what's something that we could do to make that thing go away? You know, like, or you could think about it differently. And I think that's really what you do is you go into people's life that are willing to change, and they know that there's something with them that's wrong and that's attracting the wrong, you know, whatever that word would be.
Environment, circumstances, whatever it is in their life, right? You
got these people that are trying to do something. They have the willingness. Sometimes we have to pray and ask the Lord to give us willingness to be able to change something about us, because people that are out in the world, they can see all of your flaws. They can see everything. Thing is, we can't see our own flaws. And
yeah. Actually, we can. I can teach you how to do that.
Well, I know. Well, yeah. I mean,
and I mean that in a positive way, because the things, whatever you find in your outside world that you don't like, is of your manifestation.
Trying to get in the thing and it's not working.
What, back in the bottle?
I'm trying to get, right.
Genie back in the bottle?
Genie in the bottle. This is like karaoke for that. Okay, so it's just, I can't get this to come up. Okay, let's see.
Hey, okay.
Okay.
So whatever you're finding in your world that you don't like is part of your manifestation that you've helped created. So that's a insight as to what's going on within you that you don't like. So anything in your outside world you don't like, that you're pushing against, you're pushing away from, is an aspect of you that you're disconnecting from and pushing away from.
I'll give you a great example. Okay, so I'm from Wisconsin, and I am the smartest one in my family. I got the most common sense. I got the most business sense. If there's a problem in the family or anything like that, they come to me. I have the final word. I love that. I am the center of attention. I am the best at everything. So I was good in sports. I was good in cheerleading. I was great at helping people, Girl Scouts, track and field. What else did I do? I mean, anything and everything I was great at, right? And the center of attention was amazing. And then I met my husband and his 9 siblings. And the thing was that there's no such thing as center of attention. Like they don't like you to be center of attention. Everyone gets picked on pretty much the same. And they don't, if you crave center of attention, they take it away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it was horrible to adapt from one part of my childhood into the next adulthood, because I'm used to having the world revolve around me.
Right.
And so when I didn't get the world revolving around me and I didn't get the attention and stuff, it was devastating, because now the people that are, I mean, these are family. So I'm trying to get their respect, their love, their whatever it is. And because I already have my own family and they're like my biggest cheerleader, but going and getting married, you have 2 people that come from 2 different households. And now you're going to come together. I think that's harder to be married than it is to be a parent, because with a parent, you actually want what's really best for your child, and you put away the side stuff. You put away your own personal feelings for the child, right? But when you get married, it's you being hard-headed, and then it's them being hard-headed, and then you come together and you have 2 different environments where he was never center of attention, and if you were the center of attention, it was not a good thing. Whereas me, I'm like, everything is wonderful and butterflies. But anyway, so I would love to have that I had as a child now as an adult with that particular family. But I don't know how to get it. And like, for example, I love compliments, right? And in my family, I get compliments all the time. When I'm with his family, there's no compliments. They'll actually look down on you and say, why are you fishing for compliments? If I want to give you a compliment, I will. Like, you have to earn it kind of deal. Like, I don't know. I have the #1 show and I have the most viewers and I'm on 3 billboards and I'm better than everybody else, but yet I have to earn it. Like, I don't know what else I could possibly do to get these people to accept me. And I don't, after a while, I mean, I've been married for 20 years. I want them to accept me, but now I'm at the point where I don't really think, after meeting you and doing a few sessions with you, I really don't feel like I need it as much as I thought I did. And last time I was there was for the 4th of July, and it was a great experience. I wasn't center of attention. I put in my 2 cents wherever I put a wrench in where I could. And I just watched, we have like this new guy in our family. He's not new, but he's newly saved. And he's doing so good for the Lord. But see, I'm usually the Lord person, right? And they feel convicted when I'm around. But now he's new. And it's so cool to have somebody being attacked. I know it sounds bad, but you know what I mean? Like, there's somebody else to take over the pressure off of me. And now it goes on to him.
So before you go so far off into left field here, let me bring you back in just a little bit.
Bring me back in.
Bring you back in.
I was just trying to give you like...
I got the background. Okay, so I got the background. So now the part of you that you've rejected is the part of you that says that you can't just be in the background, that you can't just be part of everything else. That I
don't want to be that person.
But the thing is that you've rejected that part, so that part's coming up in this other relationship with this family dynamics to show you how to love it.
Right.
So that's why it's there. So you've got in your biological family, you've got all this support, you get all these accolades, you've got all these kudos, you've got all these wonderful things, and that's fantastic. And then you get married and it's completely the opposite, but that's a part of you that you've rejected. So it's there to show you that, #1, it's there. #2, that you have to recognize it, reintegrate it, find the gratitude for it, love it, and then you can transcend it. And then you won't give a shit if they don't give you the accolades, because it won't be important to get it from them.
Well, why did it matter in the first place? Is
because
it because they rejected me?
No, it's that lost and fragmented aspect of yourself that you've denied, that you've shunned off to the side, that's screaming, hey, I'm here. I need you to recognize me, own me, reintegrate me, and love me. And then you can heal and transcend past that.
Okay, fix that then.
We got, what, 15 minutes left on the clock? You want me to do it in 15 minutes?
Let's see how good he is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how good he is. Because I would love to feel, I feel like since I've known you and I've been able to let certain things go, and I've seen where my trials have taken me, and
Mm-hmm.
then I've revisited over and over and over and over again. But since I met you and we have been doing this,
Ezekiel method.
yeah,
Yeah.
see, that's his cue. Is I feel like I'm a better person. I'm not so needy,
Mhm.
and I've learned that I would like to get my happiness from myself.
Well, that's where it should come from.
I know, but
Yeah.
the thing is that it's like when you go from one place to another place, another family, one family to another family, and you have to adapt to them. There's no adapting to you.
Anytime you're trying to look for happiness outside of yourself from somebody else, you're subordinating yourself to their higher will.
Yeah, but there's not. If you think about it, they don't even have a higher standard.
No,
They don't
you're
have anything.
but you're subordinating yourself to determine whether you're going to be happy or not in that environment based upon their response.
Yes.
Okay.
Fix that.
Well, I need more than 14 minutes now.
Well, let's see.
Well,
I would like to be able
well, first
to
we need to
change
find
that.
out, why do you feel like you need their approval so desperately, or anybody else's for that matter?
Well, because I think that if somebody doesn't like me, then I feel like I failed.
Why?
I don't know. I just, I feel like I failed.
If some person standing on a street corner just randomly
I will
says to you,
stand there until they like me.
well, we need to address that, because that's going to be a lifelong problem then.
No, I never really. Have you ever met somebody just random? And
No, it's never happened before.
And you kind of feel like they have that tension between you, and it's just they're in a bad mood, and then you come in there and you kind of like compliments, and you get make them feel good and whatever, and then they kind of warm up to you,
Mhm.
and then I feel like, oh, okay, I made a difference, or I that person does not like me anymore. So I feel like I have to do that in order to feel approval for myself. Now, I would like to change that, because if you're just having a bad day, that's on you. I would just love to walk away. But then I say that out loud, but then I really feel like, no, I don't really want you to have a bad day. And I think that people can change, because most people give up on people now, where I don't want to give up on people. Like if I see you having a bad day, and you're going to take it out on me, like my assistant, she's fantastic, but sometimes she's having a really bad day, and she feels like she can just attack me or say whatever she wants, and I will just be like, okay, well, and I'll make either a joke of it, or I'll ease it, or I'll distract it, or whatever it is that I do. And then later on she'll be like, I'm sorry I treated you like that, or I said that, I shouldn't have done that. But at the same time, you're supposed to take it as a compliment, because they feel safe enough to be able to attack you.
Well, okay, look,
Fix this. Hey, if anybody would like to be fixed in 14 minutes, call in.
Okay, so first of all, we don't advocate staying in an abusive situation no matter what it is. And if someone has such first of all, you've got to have enough filters and boundaries within yourself where you're not permitting other people to abuse you in that fashion. There are lots of ways to communicate, and we can help. I'm never saying giving up on anybody, but at the same time, have enough self-respect for yourself where you don't become a punching bag, a verbal punching bag, or physical punching bag for anybody else.
Okay, so how would you stop that from even if
well,
that's
first
just
you have
natural?
to fix that within yourself. Where is that within me? Where do you feel like you're out of control? Address that issue, which we teach through the method. Once we address that issue, then and you clear it within yourself, then you can go to the other person. You can have a conversation from a clear perspective and say, hey, if you have a challenge with me, that's fine. We need to address it a different way, because I'm not putting up with this abuse anymore.
Thumb war? Could you have a thumb war?
You could have a thumb war. Not really. Maybe.
Take all the fun.
You could, depending if it gets the results. If it gets the results, then why not? But what I'm suggesting is that to allow someone, look, you're wanting those accolades and that respect, right?
Yes.
So what message are you sending out to God, creation, the universe, if by one hand you're saying you're demanding this respect, you want the accolades, but then you're allowing your assistant to dog you?
It's like once every 6 months.
It doesn't matter.
And we're talking about like,
going out to
you didn't even
eat.
say, okay. Like
Okay, you're
I don't
making it
wanna-
sound like at the beginning of this that this is a regular occurrence, and you're like, "Fix me, help me." This is not like once every 6 months, and
Oh,
then
my
maybe
real-
once to dinner. Okay, are we talking about it's like pulling a thorn out of your thumb if it happens once in a blue moon? I mean, come on.
No, okay, for example. I know, I'm so sorry.
For
We're
example,
doing
the
so
sun just
well.
turned red, and we're now on Krypton. Okay.
Okay, so like example, she'll
Okay.
say we're gonna go out to eat.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna go out to eat, and she'll pick a place that she likes.
Okay.
I don't want to go there.
Okay.
She knows I don't want to go there, and then but I want to get out of the house. So she knows I want to get out of the house. She knows that I want to leave, and I'm desperate to go anywhere. So then I get to like thinking of other places we could go.
So if you're desperate to go anywhere, then what's the problem?
Then she'll say, yeah, I know, right? And then she'll say, well, if you don't want to go, then we can just turn around and I can just, we can just do it another day, which makes me feel obligated, right? And then like, okay, I'm just going to bow down and just do whatever you want.
So just stand there in front of her, do a complete 360 and go, okay, I just turned around. Now where do you want to go?
Because then she might never come back. I'm worried that they don't come back. I'm so worried that
if
I
they
do
don't come back,
wrong,
then so what?
I can't.
How many billions of people are on the planet? There's over 6 billion
Have
people.
you met my personality? It's really hard for people to just stay in my life.
Okay, well then I'm sure you can find out of 6
We'll see
billion
how long
people
you
at least
last.
what
is today's date, by the way? We'll just see how long
it's the 8th. And okay, so far how strong have we been going so far?
3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Okay.
5
And
weeks.
anything you've thrown at me, have I flinched from?
I know. I think you love me more. You're like, wow, you're such a great case. You're like, I can make lots of money off of all of your experiences. Like you're such a bad case. Like every week we could talk about something else, and by the time that you're dead, we'll still have information to talk about. It'll be great.
There you go. I guess you figured it out.
Yeah. I don't know.
See,
It's really hard
you're
to
a
be like-
master of deflection. See, that's what a lot of people do. They deflect off of what the real issue is. That's why so many people have a difficult time trying to get to the crux of what their issue is because they're too busy deflecting away from the problem.
I know what it is.
What?
I know what it is.
Here we go. More deflection.
Okay.
Here we go,
More
folks.
deflection. Okay. No, the real. I really like these little cheekbones. They're so pretty.
More deflection, folks. Here we go.
My eyes are so blue. They match my shirt. Okay, no. I think the real problem with me,
just like Captain America, shield more deflection.
I have to have you like me. I have to have approval.
Why?
Because I don't know why. Well, I probably do know why.
Well, it's a basic human need. People want to be liked, but why do you have to have it? See, why aren't you enough?
Value. Because I don't feel like me as a person is enough value.
Are you connected to God, to Creator?
No, that I am.
Okay, so then what kind of value does God or Creator have upon you?
Well, that kind of makes me feel like I'm responsible, though, to be more humble and understanding and patient and kind with people.
Does God create junk?
Have you met some of my family?
It doesn't matter what our perceptions are, okay?
Right.
And we don't know why people are the way they are. But
I don't think that God.
Okay, but everything God creates is a masterpiece, whether we understand it, like it or not.
No, I agree.
Okay, so that includes you. So if there you go.
See, he did that in 14 minutes. He said it was a masterpiece, and you didn't think he was great.
So that being said, what more approval do you need than that?
Okay, so,
now let's dial it down to a human.
Because I've had the Lord tell me that I was pretty, and I had the Lord tell me that I was His child. So I've actually had the Lord speak to me and tell me these things. So I went look for others' approval. Because God knows your heart, He knows your desires, He knows what you want.
Look, you can look for other people's approval, but you can't hang your hat on it because people's opinions change like the wind.
That's so true. You know what's really sad is that people that know you, like really, really know you, and then they could know you for like what, 5-10 years, maybe even longer, and then somebody comes around with like just says one thing, and oh yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, and you look at it all the time. I mean, even in today's politics, one leader of a nation can say one thing and they get totally ripped for it, but yet all the predecessor
Yeah.
leaders had said the same thing and they were cheered for it. So, people's opinions vacillate so greatly. You can't worry about it or even hang your hat on it. One of the big things about this political correctness nonsense is that we're told that we're not allowed to feel. We're not allowed to have feelings. We're not allowed to have opinions. We're not allowed to have likes and dislikes. Well, we're creating more disharmony, discord, and more separation because we're not, and at the same time, in the same breath, we're told you have to be authentic. Well, how can you be authentic if you're not allowed to have an opinion?
They just put something on Facebook the other day that says if you say anything bad about Democrats, they will take you down. Like you go into Facebook jail, and then it's called, they're trying to pass a law where they're trying to say you're being discriminative or something. You're being a bully. I don't know.
How's it being discriminative to have an opinion? Now to act on it, to say that a Democrat can't come to your place of business, okay, that's being discriminatory. Okay, but what I'm saying is that if you don't like Democrats, you're entitled to that opinion. If you love Democrats, you're entitled to that opinion. It shouldn't matter what your opinion is, as long as you don't express your opinion in such a way that's going to physically harm somebody else. Look, when we were kids, we're both of the generation, we're both of the age where we were on the playground and kids would say stuff, and it's like, okay, we didn't have to like it, but you got over it, right?
Yeah, or you just picked up some sand and threw it in their face.
Coming from the cheerleader.
It's okay for me to pick on you, but you can't pick on somebody.
The thing is, we've gotten so far away from who we are that we don't even know who we are anymore as a collective whole.
Oh, I see where you're going with this. Very good, Dr. Dan. Very good. Oh, aren't you smart? I guess all those years of schooling really paid off.
Education.
I went to a parking lot before of college. So I guess that's pretty cool.
Parking lot of college?
Yeah. I didn't get to the administrative.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
I could be smart. I'm going to marry a doctor. As soon as my husband dies, I'm going to marry an engineer because they make really good money and they're really, really smart. And they couldn't handle being married to me. They'll just let me do whatever I want. They'll just go. Just go. Okay, so I feel better actually today. I feel like we actually did something. That's good, because the thing is that we have so many people telling us who we're not, who, what is approved,
what we're allowed to think, what we're allowed to feel.
And then when you have somebody that's in your family that's actually around you all the time and you're not getting those things, is because most of the time it's not even real anyway.
No, it's not real, and you're fragmented within yourself. Look,
and it's your opinion of what they really meant by it. Oh, what I don't like in the world is when you tell somebody something and then you say, I never said that. And they said, no, but you meant. And I was like, if I meant it, I would have said it.
Mm-hmm.
But people take that now and they rearrange it and they change it. So even if you change their perspective, it's still not going to be the right perspective because they're still going to feel the way that they wanted to in the first place.
Look, you're not looking to change anybody's mind.
So smart and not at the same time. It was so cool. I'm so proud of myself.
You're not looking to change anybody's mind because they may say, you may have a conversation with them and they may say something and agree with you, but in their heart of hearts, they're going to probably feel the same way about it anyway. What you've got to do is,
or they talk bad about you as soon as they leave.
So what you've got to do is you've got to change those feelings, those perceptions within you. You change that within you. You alter your vibration around you, and by nature of your vibration being different than they will respond differently to you.
Thank the Lord. So the thing of the day is that when you're feeling down and not loved and respected and wanted and needed, what you do is you just think there's a Democrat out there that's dumb. But you are smarter than that.
Better yet, look us up at ezekielcenter.org.
Or that.
And check out the new book that's going to be coming out toward the end of the summer, Teachings from a Prophet. And we also have classes and workshops that we teach online.
Hey, I'm really excited about
and
that.
In person.
So we're going to be doing a show next week, and then we're going to have a 2-week vacation because you're going to need it to deal with me for a whole year at a time. But we're actually looking for people to come on that would like to change their life. Maybe there's something in your life that you keep on repeating and that you want to change, and you're just stuck mentally, physically, whatever it may be. Dr. Dan here is able to take you down a road to a path that you're going to be able to find your enlightenment and, you know, satisfaction, love, guaranteed. He has to say disclosures, but I'm thinking you guys are going to have a great time.
You have a great time, and we can at least get the ball rolling to move things in the right direction in your life.
Yeah, exactly. But you're listening to Breezy Rich on FBRN in Arlington, Texas. And if you guys would like, please comment or say something at least positive, because obviously I just told you they can't handle anything negative, so don't do that. So anyway, this is Breezy Rich and Dan.
Dr. Dan Fleischman.
Oh, yeah, here in the doctor. Gotta say it. All right, have a great day, guys. See you soon. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.